For this session, I wrote 39 words.
I just finished reading the octopus chapter in, please hold, The Mother-in-Law Cure, and it was so funny. I am thoroughly enjoying this book. It's such a breath of fresh air.
I have finished 100 pages of The Name of the Rose.
It is a beautiful day. I am headed out on a little venture to find some books. I am back from my adventures. It was a success. I had some tacos, so let's talk about some books. I wanted books for some vibes and books that were a little bit outside of my norm. So I found this one by David Sedaris, A Carnival of Snackery, and these are diary entries of his. I think he's an interesting writer and an interesting person, so I wanted to get inside the mind of a creative a little bit with this. And it's not something I feel pressured to necessarily read front to back. It's something that I want more for inspiration and for ideas. Along those lines, I also did find the Andy Warhol diaries. I know he's a very controversial figure, but he is an artist, and I've always found his art interesting. So I wanted to gain some insight with this book. Okay. I picked up some cooking books because I want to cook more. And well, this one's a baking book. Baking with the Bread Lady. I love bread, so and I have made some easy Dutch oven bread before, but I wanted to advance my bread making just a little bit more. And there's like soft baguettes and pub buns. So I have that. And then I'm really excited for this, a book on lasagna. I'm super excited for this because lasagna is one of my favorite dishes, and I have always wanted to make lasagna from scratch. I have not ever done it still. So I think this is going to help motivate me to start making lasagna. My 10-year goals, and I say this is a 10-year goal because I am not a kitchen person. Like I'm not great in the kitchen. I really am. I've been too impatient for it, but I feel like I've been better with my patience lately. So lasagna is something I've always wanted to make, but I've never had, and it's a 10-year goal of mine to be able to learn to cook lasagna totally from scratch, from the noodles, the bolognese, the bechamel, and to have a recipe that I can just throw together from like memory. That's my 10-year goal. And then lastly, I got this cookbook, The World in a Skillet, and it has a lot of international recipes. So global recipes. This is kind of big. So I thought that could get me a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'd like to try new things, and so it'll get me to venture out more and, get more creative with all these international recipes. I'm just looking through it. I think this is not the most easy to show, but yeah. So those are the books I got. And then I actually found I found this for a steal. It was like $3 for these two little black notebooks, and I don't really know what I'm gonna use these for, but probably like my scrap ideas and just experimental writings. I have in my mind to do a stream of conscious style novella at some point. One that isn't as, what's the word I'm looking for? I have a little bit of the food coma right now, so my brain is kind of just slowing down. I probably need a nap and a coffee. But I wanted a stream of conscious novel that obviously I put a lot of intention into, but that's not as rigorous as the other two projects that I'm working on. And also something that I don't have to really, like, let me frame it this way. So with my current manuscript that I'm working on, which I'm gonna get to in a little bit, I haven't gotten to it yet. And then the novella that I'm working on, they're really like serious pieces that require just so much brain power for me to write in them. So I wanted a project that's still intentionally done, that's still really thoughtful and thought-provoking, but that's easier to write for me. And so I wanted to do like a stream of consciousness style novella. So I think I might use this notebook to kind of start that. So we'll see. So that was the haul from my little adventures this morning. I'm gonna get into right headspace and then get to my writing for today.
I just finished my green tea and now I'm going for some peppermint. Sybil is quite the vibe. Oh, she's so cute. She sheds an inordinate amount every single day, which is why I vacuum daily, but she is so worth it. For this session, I wrote 102 words. For this session, I wrote 22 words. I found this at Goodwill, and I know nothing about it, but it seems interesting. I got through 74 pages of this, through chapter 6, and then I decided to check out Goodreads to see what people were saying about this book. The reviews are so all over the place, and I find it interesting to see what systems people use to rank books out of 5 stars. I am glad I came into this book fully blind, because had I not, I don't think I would have given this book a chance. I mean, maybe it may not have been something that I would have put up my list to research and check out. But here's my take so far. I tried the Priory of an Orange Tree, or A Priory of an Orange Tree, and I struggled with the first 50 pages. I read this and there is no struggle other than getting my mind into that let's learn a new world mode. But my 74 pages here has been far more enjoyable than the Priory of an Orange Tree. And that said, Priory has incredibly high reviews on Goodreads, and this is kind of like middle of the road reviews. This is why I don't really go off of reviews when I search for books, and I am so glad that I just randomly stopped into a Goodwill and I came upon this. For this session, I wrote 26 words. The tiredness from all the extra activity I've been doing is setting in, so I'm a little brain depleted from all the reading, all the extra practice writing I've been doing. I woke up this morning at 1 and I could not go back to sleep because I had an idea that I needed to sketch out. So I've been doing that and it was fun, but my brain is tired. Anyways, that is it for this vlog, and I will see you in the next one.